Hey, my name is Jonathan Burgess and I'm Jetpacks. I like Krul, and I want you to like Krul. And the reason why I'm making a Krul guide today is because I see a lot of bad Krul play out there, and I ain't having it. A common misconception about Krul is that he's a bad early game hero. I don't think so. I think he's one of the strongest early game heroes. You just have to know how to play him. You should start out by getting a lot of attack speed. And I would buy 2 swift shooters, boots and a shiver steel. What I see a lot of players lacking with Krul is confidence. Krul is OP, and you have to know it. That's why you have to buy the attack speed and just pound those stacks on top of people. And then they're gonna be so weak, and you're gonna be so strong, you're gonna be life stealing, and you're gonna do that smite. I recommend playing Krul in the jungle. And as for jungle duo, you should get a support like Fortress or Arden. I mean, even Catherine can work, but Fortress and Arden have really nice spells that synergize really good with Krul's kit. When should you pick Krul? In draft mode, you should consider Krul when the enemy has a melee hero like Glaive, Taka, Rona. And you should look out for ranged heroes like Scarf, Sky, Ring of Petal, because those guys, they're gonna kite you and they're gonna kill you. Let's get into the core items of Krul. The Jetpack signature build is Salvo, actually double Salvo, Tier 2 boots, Shiver Steel, and Reflex, and maybe a Clockwork. It's really important that you stick to the core items of Krul. But as for late game, you have to make a decision. Crystal Power or Weapon Power. If I go Crystal Power, I prefer items like Aftershock and Clockwork, because those items give you a lot of utility and you can use your A really often. If you want to go Weapon Power, I suggest Serpent Mask and Bonesaw. Serpent's Mask is a really good complement to the passive Smite, because the more stacks you have, the more lifesteal you're dealing with your basic attacks. Bonesaw, on the other hand, helps you shred the opponent's armor, and that's always good. In team fights, Krul is the initiator, and you should go on the squishiest target you see, because when you apply the stacks, the total damage output of your enemy is reduced drastically. Also, you got a beautiful nuke at the end of the team fight with your smite. Let's get into some Jetpacks pro tips. Pro tip number 1, don't waste your abilities. What I see a lot of Krul players out there do is that they're just using their smite when they have 8 stacks, automatically. You don't have to do that. See if you can get the kill without using your smite. If it's not possible, then use it. The 1.15 new passive. As you may know, as of patch 1.15, you can charge your passive even if you're taking damage. That means in the early game, when the heroes are not that strong, you can just stand still in the bush and charge up your passive and just run away with your extra movement speed. That's kind of great. I hope you enjoyed looking at Krul from my perspective. See you in the fall.